Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. We're going to talk some tennis now in regional South Australia. And joining us to unpack the latest action from the Southern Ports Tennis Association competition is our new correspondent, Egan Regnier. Egan, great to have you on again. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Going well. And particularly interested to learn about what went on the weekend. We had some pretty big games going on, Egan. So firstly, tell us about Beachport. They were the hosts with Lucindale Cockatoos visiting. We know the Lucindale side's both in red hot form. How'd this one go?
I didn't pick this one right at all. Beachport won easily and then won 17-7. Which I didn't think it was going to be that much of a blowout. So it looked on their team sheets. Both teams had some players out, which obviously changes the results a fair bit. So, Beachport, they started on fire. They won 5 out of 6 mixed doubles, and I feel like if you get ahead in the mixed doubles to start the day, if you're the team that hasn't won as many mixed, you always feel like you're chasing for the rest of the day and put a little bit of pressure on. So to win 5 out of 6 mixed start the day by Beachport pretty much set the tone, and they kept going forward. They won 9 out of 12 singles with that, and pretty much sealed it all up before even they played their last doubles. So Beachport had a good day.
A big Saturday afternoon in Kingston with your troops, the Robe Roosters, in town for a big hit out. Tell us how this all went on, because you had a front row seat here, Egan.
Not a great result for us. We went down 16-8. We got to Kingston at 1 o'clock, and we thought the rain was going to get us again. It rained for an hour as we sat there and decide what we're going to do. And before we decided to pull the pin, there was some blue skies coming, so we held on for a little bit longer. And before you know it, the sun was out. It was actually quite warm on the court. Kingston are strong this year. I feel they're going to be pushing the best sides when they have to play them. So they just won in all their 12 positions. They had 6 players in their team that won 3 sets each, which is huge. And again, we'll just chase and tail the whole day. And they had a very good win of 16 sets to 8.
There we go. Well, why don't you tell us how Sean Mills played? Was he in the lineup, Egan?
He played number 2 man. I got to play him in the men's doubles. I watched his singles match. He played right in front of me. I was on the sidelines, and he played bloody well in his singles. I was pretty impressed. He put a lot of pressure on Hamish Stevenson, who he played against, and Hamish didn't cope with it too well. But Sean's a good hitter. We got up on him in the doubles at the end of the day. Me and Hamish, which we both played really well, I thought. But Sean's a good tennis player.
Any sideline banter between you two, given that, of course, he's passed on the baton to you for Flow Friday Sports Show Southern Ports tennis coverage?
Not too much banter. We had a little bit of a chat about it. Not too much banter. He's happy to pass it on, and nothing too silly.
All right, well, the least you could have hoped for, given that things went the way they went, I guess, Sean, was that your crosstown rivals might also cop a bit of a hiding. They were in action against the Wombats. How did that game go?
Not what we wanted to hear, but no, very good by the Robe Rebels. They gave Lucindale Wombats their first loss of the season, which, a bit of an upset in the league. And, the Rebels must have played really well. The Wombats didn't have their little superstar Tom Hanbury, which didn't help them too much. But, they had a few close games. I see they had a few tiebreakers, which went the Rebels' way, which at the end of the day, every set counts, and then I win 14-10. So, they had a very good win by the Rebels.
Penola hosted the Koalas. Were they competitive in this game at all?
I wasn't there, but I looked at the score. No, the Koalas are going to be good as well. I feel we didn't get to play them a couple weeks ago due to the weather, but they were dominant on the scorecard. There was no really close games. It was a 6-1 or a 6-love or a 6-2 sort of set winning to the Koalas, and they had an easy win of 18-6. So, the Koalas, they're going well, and Penola, they're struggling a bit, but you never know. They'll turn around, hopefully.
Well, we're all very keen to hear about what's going down this weekend, so give us your preview of all the fixtures that are coming up tomorrow, please, Egan.
So we'll start with my team. We're playing Francis. Robe Roosters playing Francis. I'm obviously going to tip the Roosters in that one, but that one's going to be tight. We'll have to play our best chance to get over the line. The Robe Rebels, they play Beachport at Beachport. That's going to be a good game. We've both come off really good wins on the weekend. I'm going to tip the Rebels, sadly. The Koalas play Cockatoos, so a little bit of a loose nail showdown there. Again, Koalas coming off a really good win against Penola. I reckon they'll carry that confidence in, and they'll get the job done over the Cockatoos. Narracourt versus Kingston, that's probably going to be, I reckon, probably the game of the round. Both good sides, going to be vying for top 2, top 3 position. I have a feeling Narracourt might just sneak over the line there. And the last game's the Penola and Wombats, which is bottom versus top. So I would have to say the Wombats will get over the line in that game.
There we have it. Well, Egan, before I let you go, just want to pose one question for you as a tennis star. Thanasi Kokkinakis, in his game for the Australian side in the Davis Cup over the weekend, very critical at full time. Of course, sometimes, it's refreshing to see a player, address their flaws in an open forum, but it's not something we see that often. I am told, though, that Thanasi Kokkinakis is not one to shy away from, addressing a poor performance. What did you make of that post-game press conference? Because he called himself useless, which is going pretty far.
I know they get paid a lot of money, and there's a lot of pressure on them as it's their job and their career. And they obviously know when they're hitting the ball really well and when they're not hitting it fantastic. And mentally they might, put themselves down a bit more than what they actually do. But I know it's a tough one. He's obviously not useless. We all know that. He's a very good tennis player when he's not injured, and he hasn't been for the last couple of years. But I wouldn't call him useless. I wouldn't want to play him in a match. It's just, I guess it's the pressure gets them sometimes.
You'll know better than anyone, Egan, that in tennis terms, he's getting on. He's still not that old by any means. And when you look at the fact that we had some guns still have some guns flying around that are, at the ripe old age of the late 30s, I guess he's still not that old. But you would think that the window's closing pretty soon for him to enter that elite stage. What do you reckon about Thanasi as a player? Can he still get into that top echelon of the game? We know he tasted that great double success with fellow Aussie Nick Kyrgios, but in regards to getting to that next level, do you reckon his time is almost done or not?
I wouldn't say no. You obviously look at the top 3 in Federer and Nadal and Djokovic, they're still going, well, not Federer anymore, obviously, but the other two still going at such a older age in the sport. And I believe when they sort of leave, it's going to be a real open sort of field, because not the rest of the world doesn't show as much consistency as what they do, what they've done in their whole career. So, you still got your Zverevs and Tsitsipas and all them really good players, and Alcatraz and Ruud and stuff, but they're just not consistent. And Thanasi brings it for 2 weeks, and he can win a few majors. Then he can still go to that elite status, I believe. But you don't know. Interesting
to pick your brains on that one, Egan. Look forward to chatting with you again next week. Good luck on the weekend. Thanks for joining us. We'll speak to you in a week's time. All the best.
No worries. Thanks for having me.